This podcast is sponsored by Darling Eyewear. Activate your alter ego with Darling Eyewear and start seeing life through a different set of lenses. Shop darlingeyewear.com. Tell them Demetrius Lee and Angela Lee in the Lee Life Experience Podcast sent you. Thank you.
Hi, welcome to a new episode of the Lee Life Experience Podcast. You have Angie and Demetrius here, and we are here to tell you thank you. Thank you so much for being able to do whether you show your participation by a follow, a like, a subscribe, or share. Listen, don't keep us to yourself. Go ahead and share us with the rest of your community and being able to tell them, hey, listen, coworkers, you need to tap into the Lee Life Experience Podcast. Angie, but especially Demetrius, and I'm telling you all again, Demetrius, a lot more love than you giving me. Now, I don't know why. I think I'm the gentle one. But for some reason, and these been ladies, y'all like that straight shooter. That's what she said. They said, Angie, where's my friend? I need that straight shooter. I need him to be a straight shooter in my life.
I just keep it real, honey bunch.
Yeah, but I'm just saying I'm a little jealous, Demetrius. I think even your daughter friend said that. That's a total different generation.
Yeah, like old crazy talking people like me. See, you more professional than I am, and I try to just tell them, I don't trying to be fake. I want to, I hate to listen to somebody who's trying to be something they ain't.
Yeah.
So you can tell how I talk. I talk fast. I'm being myself. I'm not trying to be nobody else but Demetrius Antonio Lee Sr. That's it.
That's it.
So y'all, you get what you're getting from the real deal. Go on. I'm sorry. I didn't want to say that.
Nah, you call it like you see it. But listen, again, if you would like to get your topics heard or you want to be a guest, listen, Demetrius and I, we get excited when we have a guest. So if you want to become a guest, and again, listen, you don't even have to cut your cameras on. Demetrius and I, we have been gifted the gift of gab. That means that we can talk it through whatever you want to say hidden behind the window, the camera. That Demetrius and I, we know how to create dialogue. So whatever you want to say, if you don't quite know the words, Demetrius and I, we fill in the gap and fill in the gaps. So again, if you would like to get your topic heard, you would like to be a guest, you would like to know, hey, I want to know more about the Lead Life Experience Podcast, and when they're coming to a town near me, go ahead and text. Get on our text list. 833-370-1608 and put relationships without an S in the comments, because when I checked my text messages and I'm looking at it, and I was like, how come none of these was converted over? It wasn't converted over because you spelled relationship, but you put an S on it instead of just a regular one. So one or two things are going to happen. Either we're going to have to get it together, or I'm going to have to go ahead and add a trigger word for relationships with an S, so that way y'all can still stay on the bandwagon, because we don't want to miss any of you all. We appreciate all the love. Demetrius, tell them thank you. Thank you for following and walking.
Yeah, hey,
and rocking
thank
with
you.
us.
I love y'all because these stories
we
y'all
love y'all.
sending in, it was a good story y'all sending in.
Yeah.
Like last week, couple weeks ago, the lady talking about child support. And, I mean, it's all kind of stuff coming in, I like that.
Yeah. So, Demetrius, we are going to Kansas today.
Kansas?
We going to Kansas. Cities of the Chiefs, right? Ain't the Chiefs? Ain't that the Chief?
What you think about some Chief?
Hey, I don't know. I think is it Malone? What is his name?
Hey, you ain't been to Kansas. Who the Kansas? Well, hey, Kansas, look out. I want to tell them thank you, whoever you here. Appreciate you. I hope whatever you been to read off, I hope we can help you get this topic, email what you ever sent in, get you on the right path. Let's go on it, bud. Let's get it.
Okay. Listen, this email, let me go ahead and read. She said, hi, Lee. She said, hey, Angie and Demetrius. Hi, my name is Michelle. I'm 38 years young, and my husband is 41. And we have 3 children together. My husband is running the house like a prison. She said, these are some of the things that I'm having to deal with. He talking to the kids like they're not children, more like soldiers. He said, and he's treating me more like an inmate instead of being his wife. can you please help me, because I'm allow him to listen to this podcast, and being able, can you tell him how the characteristics of a controlling behavior warden versus a leader? And he's not showing leadership at all. So I am ready to exit the relationship.
Oh, war, no.
That's
I'm
right.
laughing. Hey, Michelle, that's fun. I like that. Go ahead, Hunter, I ain't want
No,
to cut you.
that was it. That was
That was
it.
it. Oh, okay.
Hmm.
Well, hey, I guess I jump on her
You
bandwagon.
go ahead.
I mean, he had like a one. Did she give examples? She didn't examples. She didn't say,
You know, she said talking to the kids. She had the kids walk around like soldiers and treating her like she's an inmate.
well, how about imagine now? Nah, I
I
gotta
guess
be
she having
real.
to ask permission. So like an inmate, she having to ask permission.
All right, let me be honest first because I like to be transparent. I don't like to tell lies. But look here. Now I'm kind of rough too. Now I with my kids, I treated them kind of rough. But I thought I would lead now. I've been a leader. You know what I'm saying? I was trying to tell them what to do, how to live, because I did everything. And I
Yeah.
wanted to, I trying to save them. So I guess the daddy, now I don't know if he treat them like they soldiers, like he making them do stuff that out the ordinary with her that she don't like. But I can tell him one thing, if he got a child, I'm talking about the kid, but I ain't got her yet. You gotta set an example for your kid. You're gonna lead them. You gotta lead them the right way. Cause like I told my son one time, I smoked cigar. And he dipped. And I told her, hey man, you need to stop doing that dip. It's still gonna mess your teeth up, man. I mean, you need to stop that dipping. He looked at me, he said, yeah, I stopped dipping. How about you stop smoking? Now, of course, I got kind of like a smart ass mouth, but he telling the truth.
Yeah.
So you gonna do it later. How I'm gonna tell somebody to do something and I'm doing it? Cause I don't smoke that tobacco. He dipped that tobacco. So I don't know the man name. I must have like you said, we use John Doe for the man. Look at John Doe. Well, you got to teach your kids the right way. You got to whatever you tell them to do. I hope you living by the same rule you telling them to do. Don't treat them like they prison or something, man. You got to talk to them the right way and lead by example. Quit trying to be a warden and be a leader. I want men to be leaders. Be leaders in your family. And I'm known to be a leader. I ain't the best leader now. Sometimes I have been a bad leader, but I ain't never tried to be a warden. And people don't know what a warden is. That's a man running the prison. I don't see my family like a prison. I'm not trying to be the run. I don't run my wife. I don't run my kid. I try to lead my family. And if by me lead them, I got to set an example, lead myself the right way. So whoever to do it, John Doe, you listen to this podcast, I don't know how you talking to your kid, but I hope you lead them the right way. Now, cause I can't take your wife's side, cause I ain't there. But I hope you lead them the right way. That's the kid part, Hunter, but you let you go and jump on the rest of that.
Okay.
But how you feel about it?
I mean, I'm having to kind of like dissect this, a little bit more, uh, because I'm gonna start with. I know you
Hold
starting
on.
with.
Hey, hold on. We talk. People, y'all write in like that sometimes. I ask you like, Michelle, you did a good job, but give me a couple examples, more examples if I can come at it a better way. Cause see, I don't know the man you talking about, but I don't want to stumble that man toes and make him mad at you just in this podcast. So, just try to, if you can, just write a couple examples. I just want to say that. Let people know in the future how to come at
No,
them.
I mean, yeah, the more that you give us to work with, the more that we can kind of decipher and being able to give this email the best our ability. Now, what I am gonna say is that I know Demetri said he want to start with the children, and we can start with the children. So when you have children and you're talking to them in a belittling way, and she said you're treating the kids like soldiers. I'm curious to know, how old are these children? Are we talking about a little 3 or 4 year old? Are we talking about teenagers, or are we talking about young adults?
Yeah,
That's in high school. That would
that's
be
right.
a nice, some more information to know, because if you getting a little 3 year old, you're talking to her like a soldier. Like, what are you wanting him or her to do? Because you didn't say what the gender of the children either. So I'm curious on, what are you having these children to do? I do believe that, train up a child in the way they should go. And I can tell that you're not, if you're giving these kind of, punishments out, or you getting these, you having them to act like soldiers. What kind of identity or do you want to bestow upon them? Like what? How do you want them to be a productive part of society if you being so constructive, you being so controlling and restricted to them? What kind of identity can they have? So I'm gonna tell you what's gonna happen. What's gonna happen is you're gonna traumatize these children so much that when they do get into a age, have you ever heard of emancipation? Emancipation meaning, and I think I'm pronouncing the word right. If not, those of you, take my southern drawl for whatever. But it's when you divorce your parents and you able to kind of run your own life. That means you in charge of yourself. What if your kids do that to you? Saying, you know what, I'm breaking free, and we know it happened. I mean, we done seen on the news all the time, and several stories of men who doing these to their children, and you make them very bad, non-productive adults. They end up being traumatized. They end up in poorly relationships because they running from you. They run to the arms of another abuser. And when you find that and when you see that, it goes the same way. When you find somebody who's treating you like that, you want to feel. I tell Demetrius this all the time, and it doesn't matter because they're children. If if a person feel affection, and if a person getting attention, and the person is getting appreciated, I'm telling you, they gonna walk. If you feeling it feeding that love tank, I don't care children or not. How do you think predators get our children? You know why? Because they start getting them attention, something that they never had before. And you start building up trust, something they never had before. And I don't know exactly like, and I'm put this in here, but when you see, especially young girls, if these are girls, I highly suggest you to really change your attitude or your way of communicating with them. Don't make them feel like soldiers, because if you making them feel like soldiers or being kind of like slave mentality, they feel like the only way they can get where they need to get to, they have to be able to serve their way into a man or what kind of relationships they in. They're not gonna be productive society. They're gonna be so scared trying to cater, and want that person to happy that they neglect their own self. So Demetrius, that's what I got.
Well, I would think about being so. I bet they boys. Whoever
Think
they
the
is.
boys?
Oh yeah, okay, you say you treat him like a soldier. Nah, I ain't say he might treat girl like that. But I'm telling you, but hard on kids too now. I don't want to be what I want to use. I don't want to talk about the man, and I'm kind of rough too. But I know I try to lead my kid when they were younger. I still trying to lead my son now and my daughter. Now I got two little granddaughters, and I try to teach them right. So it made me think he's talking to boys, but I'm gonna say to him, man, my wife say, what's how you talk to him? Cause you can't create a monster. You don't want to do that. You don't want to create a monster in them. You want to, cause we had a saying that back in the last week, couple weeks ago. You took a bad child, it turned to a bad adult.
Mm-hmm.
So don't turn your kid being mean to them, cause hey, words got power, man.
Definitely.
Even though they kids, they take that stuff and get older, and that that thing will trickle to their kid. Cause my mama, I said, I got a good mama, and I love her to death, but she was hard on me. But I was bad too now, y'all. I want y'all to know that. But she stayed on me. My dad didn't get on my mama stayed on me hard. But when I got older, it stayed in me. So I got my kids, I stayed on them hard. I did the same thing. I think trick, she showed me love. Cause I show my kids love. So I hope this man, he been hard on these kids like a soldier. I hope he showed them love. And I hope he really is. Cause like I say, we got to go on. I'm assuming boys. I'm gonna assume it boys. If it's a little girl, oh my God. I mean, little girl, that's kind of rough for a little girl getting traumatized like that, man, talking to him like that.
Yeah.
Cause they get older, see, they used to, man, they get a boyfriend or husband, they let a man talk to them like that because they used to it.
Exactly, and I'm saying it because I see it. I have seen it and witnessed it, and it happens. And and I'm gonna speak from a young girl that father wasn't in their life, because of his own poor choices. But Demetrius, if my father was in my life, no way you would have got a hope to me. That wouldn't happen.
Yeah.
So you got to call, you got to address the elephant in the room, and you have to be able to call these things out. That when you have an active parent in the home, it's some structure there. It's some kind of perceptions there that what you would like to see. And I know that, think about it. If Nikita, you and April stayed together and y'all was raising Nikita would, I'm sure you probably would have had a blueprint for her to go off to college. Something
That's
a little
right.
more structured. If Demetrius was there and raised up, it's no doubt in my mind, Demetrius still would have been in football. He wouldn't have just been able to walk off just because he just changed his mind. Like, I don't want to do it. What you mean you don't want to do it? So I'm just saying that when you have a father, and especially from a girl, a female standpoint, a dad is very important to us. That is the first man that you gonna really truly love. And when you seeing them coming at you sideways, or if they doing inappropriate things, because unfortunately it happens, and they doing all kind of like those things, uh, powder on you. My father never did. Now I have never experienced, a father touching me inappropriately or thing. I know it's people that go through it, but Demetrius, it get deep. It really truly can get deep. So
Mm.
I'm gonna leave it right there because this is kind of touchy again, because we don't know the age of the children, and we don't really know the gender of the children. And I don't think that still changed my views, because Demetrius, you can be so hard on a boy that you don't have um the right discipline. And I'm gonna just say, just because everybody going on about Carmine, they played the football for Dion. A lot of people are speculating. These just reading the comments. They was like, he don't have any structure because he's been raised by females. No
Yeah, I saw that.
man
I
was
saw that too. Yeah.
no man was in the household. So when he hear somebody have bass in their voice, or being able to tell him something opposite than what he really want to do, he booked. So once you rebuttal against somebody, and you book because you don't want to hear it, then the only thing that's happening down the road, after a while, you're gonna meet those same kind of people. And if you don't go ahead and, put yourself in alignment to know that somebody can tell you something, and like I said, Demetrius, this here can just kind of backfire on the dad. This, I'm gonna leave this, till we go to break. What you got
Well,
to say?
well, I'm saying you right, what you telling him. So I hope that he listened to this podcast, John. Though you be easy to them kids, man. Alex, I don't know who your kids are,
Yeah.
and I said I ain't in your business. Man, you don't even know me. Yeah, you right. I don't know you, but man, you got to. I'm telling you, I was hard on my kids, but I think I did a good job trying to lead them. I was hard on them, and I explained to them why I did it, cause I did what they were doing. But I ain't gonna say I treat them like a soldier, but I try to keep them in line. I try to keep them in line. And I hope that what you doing for your kid or your wife, different thing, we get that on. But the kid, man, you like Andy said, man, it kind of hard to talk about the thing. I don't know who your kids is,
Mhm.
but you just lead them the right way, man. Just lead them the right way. Talk to them the right way. Cause whatever you do to them now, it gonna carry on to their
Mhm.
childhood, grown adulthood, into a marriage. So you be careful how you do it, cause they're gonna whatever you got from you, they're gonna take it somewhere else. Now some of them might know, they might, but I don't. I know a lot of kids gonna say my dad was a drunk, he was an alcoholic, and I wasn't gonna be an alcoholic, and they didn't drink. So maybe the kid might look at you when you treating them. They might, if you treat them the wrong way. Like I said, I don't know, man. So Michelle, I hope I ain't causing no problem. I'm just trying. The information you gave me, I'm just going what you trying to help you out with your husband, dude. Just be careful. I'm gonna say with that part.
All right. Ready for break?
Yeah, we'll take a break, honey bun. And y'all, Michelle, we ain't gonna be coming right back to you. Just hold on.
All right. Hi, we're back. Listen, we are just talking about a letter that came in, and it's from Michelle. She's emailing from out of Kansas. She's 38 years young, married to a man that's 40. Well, in a relationship with a man that's 41. Well, she got husband, so married. They have 3 children, and she feels like he has characteristics of controlling and being manipulative. She don't feel like he's quite being a man because he treating her like he's a warden. And she wants to know, can we help her by telling our perception of this, of their relationship? She wants us to help him identify leadership skills versus controlling behavior like a warden. So Demetrius, we just got finished talking about the children. They have 3 children. No ages was given or the gender, but hey, I already talked about what happened when you talk to children and trying to grow children up that way. Right now, I what we're gonna focus on the wife and being able to say the mental breakdown or the discrepancies in your mindset. And I'm telling you this because again, when you have a man that's being so stern, it breaks you down mentally. And after a while, you try to be strong, and I'm sure she's trying to be strong for the children, but mentally, she's an emotional wreck. So you all, Demetrius, I'm gonna let you kind of like start off with Michelle, and I'm gonna gather my thoughts because I have some not so choice words for Mr. John Doe.
Mr. John Doe, first thing I know you felt saying, hey, this man don't know me. No, I don't know you.
Mm-hmm.
But me and my wife been through some of the similar. We've been married off and on. I would say we've been about a 28 some relationship. So I've been through things. I got friends been through stuff you've been through, and I know people that ain't my friend been through it. Like the drill sergeant type stuff. Being a warden. Everybody want to know the warden. People don't know the warden here. As a man run the prison. I'm gonna say that again. He controlled the prison. Okay, we to the wife part of it now, man. You can't. You ain't gonna be able to talk to your wife like that. I mean, you supposed to lead your wife, man. I mean, I had some people. I had been around people that say they run their house, they do this here. You don't want to run your house, man. You want to lead your house, man. Because you run something don't mean that you lead, man. It's two different things. You don't be that kind of controlling man, talking to your wife all kind of way. I don't know. I assume she ain't say you talking to her bad. The way you lead, you think you lead, but you trying to run something. So, man, I ask you better know what you saying to your wife and do it by example. Because she going to follow you if you doing the right thing. You need to do better with money. You got to do better with money. If you need her to talk to you better, you got to talk to her better. That's lead, man. And some people sitting listening to this podcast probably saying, well, I think I lead my family, but you better ask yourself, whatever you telling your wife to do, trying to make her do or whatever, she told you them same word, would it work for you? If it don't work for you, that means that you talking to the wrong kind of way.
Mm-hmm.
So you got to lead this woman the right way. Talk about, I'm gonna get thoughts together. Man, I got a lot to say, but I don't want to hold this mic up running my mouth because I got a few things to say. But I don't want John though. Lead your wife, man. Be careful what you're saying to her, cause I know, like I said, I know people that I've been around. We'll get there, but lead your wife.
Yeah, for me, I'm just gonna say John Doe. When you are, talking to your wife, what kind of trauma have you been exposed to prior to this relationship?
I
Because a
think
lot of
about that.
times
Yeah.
when we enter in a new relationship, it's something that happened along that before we got on that pathway, and we making somebody else pay for the damage that I already been doing. That is not Michelle's fault, but she's just reaping the benefit, good or bad. She's reaping the benefit of what you have inherited. And I'm not talking about money. I'm talking about the mistrust. I'm talking about, what maybe it's betrayal, something that has in you have you so strict and stern that you're not looking at her as your wife and as your mate. You're looking at her more as a person so you can be in control over. And that's bad because we're not feeling like counterparts. And I'm gonna add that in because when Demetrius and I reconciled, got back together in the beginning, it was a different Angie. It wasn't the Angie that he knew that was younger. This was a new, improved, fully grown woman, not a child, not a teenager, not a young adult. but a full-fledged woman that had already been out here on her own, that was already on this journey. That when we came together, you come together to mesh. You come together to help build. You come together in alignment that God said that you come in alignment along with Him, and you all come as one. So if you all coming as one, how is that even possible? I would love to know if you go to church, and from this here, I can tell that you don't go to church. But I have seen men that's very controlling, that have active roles in church, that still have this here persona, because they want to be in control. They want everything going their way. But the only thing bad about that, and you have the woman so scared, she don't know what to eat, don't know what to order, she can't do anything, because you have already given, you have to give permission. And if anything outside of that realm, she better not do it. She better not answer that telephone. You checking her phones, you checking her whereabouts, you got monitors on the car. When a friend of mine told me that her man was putting monitors on the car, and I'm telling you, I was jealous of her. I was like, oh, Demetrius, my friends, they men pay all the bills, and they have a better life. This is what I'm saying now. They have the best life. So Demetrius asked me, he said, well, you want to go to that event downtown, and that event costs $150. It's not in budget, so you're not going to be able to go. Demetrius said, didn't you purchase something new to wear to go to that event? That's not in budget, so you can't go. And I was like, wait a minute, I make my own money. He said, that's my point. If you were sitting at home, it wouldn't be any money. There's no extra money, because it's just allocated to the bills that we have. And it's no extra. So he's saying that because I'm able to have and add to the funds, that way we can do more together than having one income and everything off his income. So when you don't let people have identities on their own, I'm telling you now, and it could be you probably then molded her, and evidently she don't like it because she writing us in to us. But women who used to be independent, they want to keep that sense of independency. You don't want to take everything away from them. Let them have a little bit of common sense. God gave everybody their own mind. Have a little bit of common sense. Be able to say, hey, I want an apple, not a pear. I want a yellow, I want a blue. But you taking everything away, because she said you treating her like an inmate. If you treating the kids like a soldier and you treating your wife like an inmate, those are some horrible scenarios to give. And I would challenge you. I would love to know, who are you seeking for your control? Like, what's your relationship? What's your religion background? Are you coming up with these rules yourself? Or do you have some friends that's everybody sitting in there, you in the same company? Because again, a lot of times if you go in the right direction, some of your friends should stand up and say, hey, don't talk to her like that. Kind of make it, you still might not change, but at least you're aware that what you're doing is not normal. What you're doing is not accepted. I think I had a friend, and he said that the woman was getting jumped on in front of him. This day and time now. I'm not talking about old stuff that Demetrius and I can share. We're talking about this day in 2024. And I said, you didn't say anything? The person said, yes, I did say something. I told him, stop that. You're not going to do that around me. That's right. You hold people accountable. You don't. I mean, at the end of the day, I know people might be okay with that situation. And sometimes you can get yourself in trouble, and those two people can end up back together while you in jail or whatever. They still living happy because you intervened. But at least speak up. At least speak up. I'm seeing now that even on these caught on camera, people are not even speaking up because they're too afraid. Too afraid of getting killed, too afraid of saying something. People are scared right now, and especially in the states that's free to carry, people are afraid. But don't make your wife be afraid of you. Make your wife be open to come talk to you. I don't want Demetrius to have me where I'm afraid to talk to him. And at one time I was now. At one time I was afraid to tell him how I really felt about something because I didn't want to hear the backlash that came with it. So I'm just only saying that as you come together and you're talking, and especially if you want to change, if you want a better response, start talking a little bit gentle. Start acting a little bit gentle. So Demetrius, do you want to piggyback off anything I said?
I want to ask you a question
Yes, sir.
from your perspective.
Yes, sir.
What is a leader, a man, leadership role to you? What you look for a man? I mean, what you like about? What is leadership to you for a man?
For a man that you're not talking about you, or you talking about me being back with you, or you talking about just like if I was
Yeah, you
single and
look
I
for.
meet a
Yeah,
man.
you sing. Yeah, what you looking
Okay.
for the man?
If I'm
The lead,
single and I'm looking for a man, I'm looking
the
for
lead,
him to
a leader,
have
be a leader. Yeah.
the characteristics that I would be looking for in a man is let me make my own choices. Yes, you can go ahead and you can suggest if we going on a date. You can say if you listening to me and I say, "Oh, I love shrimp," and you saying, "Oh, so if the waitress come and you said, "Oh, let me go ahead and place an order for her. She would like the shrimp Alfredo." But say we get to the restaurant and you saying, "I want you to have that chicken. That's all you can have, chicken. Don't you dare ask for no dessert. Don't you dare ask for anything." And so Demetrius, I don't get nothing because I think I told you one time I was going on a date with a man and we had went to date. This was in Charlotte, and he said he was telling me how to eat the chicken. He said, "You leaving all that chicken on the bone? You know what? I got up and left, right?" And I told him, I said, "Hey, don't worry about it. You don't have to pay this tab." Demetrius, nobody gonna tell me how to eat chicken. I don't eat my chicken off the bone like that. And that's what that man said, and he never had to worry about talking to Angie. I mean, we talked through the site or whatever, but not he didn't have to worry about me because I don't want a man to come in my life being controlling. The characteristics of letting that person have their own identity. Yes, you can give me your recommendations. You can say, "Oh, baby," just like you did yesterday. "Angie, your dress look good." Or, "Angie, okay, look at it again in the front." That's making recommendation. But if you say, "Oh, take that off," and everything that I put on, you yelling, "Take it off," or you're not saying that if I want something, you're not giving me the okay with being able to eat it, or being able, you telling, "Oh, you better not eat that." Or even when you say it in a way, I'm still gonna eat whatever I want to eat anyway. But not making it such an argument, Demetrius, that you getting
Yeah.
physically mad. You know what I'm saying? Okay, let's reverse it. What about you? What if you had a controlling woman?
If I
Say
had one,
something. Say something.
oh yeah, I'm about to say something. I'm thinking. First thing, woman ain't been control me.
Why not?
Now I had some try to do it, and I was guilty
Okay,
of let them do it.
elaborate more.
I had let women try to control me. I let them do it, and that's the big mistake I ever did. I knew they could
What you
control me
mean?
because I've been around people that if they was in control of me, but they weren't.
Yeah.
I let them think that.
Mm-hmm.
Cause I think I'm being smart. I think it'll go away. Let them think they in control. But I know who in control. I know that. That don't work like that. You better stop that shit before it gets started. Shut it down. So yeah, I'm not dealing with no controlling woman. You ain't been tell me what I can't do. Only woman control me is my mama. And I bucked her a couple times because I got the hell knocked out of me.
Yeah, I'm sure
but,
you
but
did.
yeah, but
I'm sure you did.
but that's the only woman I let control me, and that woman controlling me. You ain't taking my power from me. Has a woman ever did me? Yeah, I let women took my power from me because I let them do it. They didn't take it. I let them do it, but that's the big mistake I did. So I should have said something and shut that down, but I didn't. So I blame myself for that. Playing the game, let them think they running me. They probably the friend laughing. I run him. But hell, you don't run me. So no, I ain't. I ain't did no controlling woman. I'm telling you right now, not no more. No, I ain't worried about that because I got a wife, so I ain't worried about it no more. But I was out there in the street single.
Mm-hmm.
Nah, you better run me now. We can compromise.
Yeah.
Yeah, I compromise with anybody, but I ain't gonna try to run you,
Mm-hmm.
and you damn sure ain't gonna run me. Yeah.
Well, let
Well,
me give you some words that I had used in to describe, because I asked Chat GPT, and those of you, if you're not using this app or this website, I highly suggest you, because it's here and it's here to stay. So you might well get acclimated to it, so you can be up on the ahead of the curve of learning Chat GPT. So when I asked them, hey, give me 5 sample characteristics that's the between controlling and being a leader in a relationship. Okay, so these are some of the characteristics. It says controlling, making decisions without considering the woman's opinion or feelings. A leader seeks input on woman, value her opinion, and makes decisions together.
that's right.
Forces women to do things his way, regardless of their preference. So if I want apples and he want peaches, that's what his way is no way. Encourage open communication. Respect the woman's choices and find compromise together. Use manipulation or threats in order to get what they want. Inspire. A leader inspires, motivate the woman through encouragement, support, and positive reinforcement. Let me just now I'm gonna read the rest of them and then I come back to that one. Then it says monitor reflects the woman's activity. Remember what I said? Those women that I was kind of like envious of because they was at home working. Now they is saying that they monitoring and restricting their activity with anybody, family
That's
included,
right.
trying to control their every move. A leader trusts the woman, gives her freedom, and allow her to make her own decisions.
Well, because I'm a good leader.
You're a good leader. It says, and controlling, expects the woman to always follow the orders without question. That if you say we're going here at 5 o'clock, at 5 o'clock, that's what it's gonna be. Hands down, no matter what. A leader leads by example. It shows respect. It fosters healthy and equal partnerships. Now, those two things that I want to be able to say. It says these characteristics highlight the difference between being controlling and being a leader in a relationship, emphasizing the importance of mutual, meaning both of us, respect, communication, and collaborations. Being a leader, when you say an equal partnership, Demetrius and I are in an equal partnership because again, I'm gonna tag on this because touch on this because so many people used to say when I'm a travel nurse, I love California. If Demetrius and I wasn't together, California would be where I still would be, hands down. But I compromised because Demetrius didn't want to move to California. He said there's nothing in California that he really liked it. So he was, acclimated about moving. He was okay
About
with
the tax too high.
oh
I
the
can't do
text
the
too.
tax.
Yeah, that too.
Yeah.
Yeah, that too. And so we had to compromise on a location that was, agreeable to us both. That's a partnership. That's a compromise for you to uproot yourself because you in a relationship, a new relationship with this woman, and now you having to make some adjustments to your life. But when you're talking about sitting here and not being able to have your own identity and being able to not give them no freedom, restricting everything, do you know the women rights? Do you know what women have went through to be able to get just a vote? Do you know women are getting paid on a less salary than men still to this day? Still to this day. And don't even get me to going on about race, about black women versus other race women. So
Yeah.
we already fighting hard enough, Demetrius. So when you telling me that I can't make a decision that if I want to go somewhere, just like one of the previous episodes when we talked about going to the retreat, I didn't ask you permission talking about can I go. I just let you know that that was already on my radar or what I be doing for just like 2025 is coming up. You already know around this time, Angie is 9 times out of 10, if nothing happens, Angie's gonna be at that retreat.
If I told you, I don't want you to go no more, you ain't going no more. You ain't gonna go no more. How would
That
you
would
feel?
that's what I'm saying. That would be a hard decision for me because Demetrius, I'm not used to.
Do you think that's a leader roadship of me? You say that? Is that that's
No,
been
I
leader?
would hope that you would give me your reasoning behind you saying it when I've been going all this time. Just like when you said, well, hey, Angie, I don't want you traveling so much. I want my wife at home. That was a logical reason for me to sit here. But like I know, if them numbers adding up, your wife going back out. So I don't think like those are the deal breakers. I think when you are with somebody and you're making the rules, you are really telling yourself like, hey, I know Demetrius like Florida State. I like the Gamecocks. You like Florida State. I love the Colorado Buffaloes. Angie's gonna go to Colorado to see them this season. Those things you already know. So I don't think that I don't know, Demetrius. It just would be hard for me to have a man that's controlling to me that wouldn't let me have my own outlet. I can pretty much tell you that if I did, I probably wouldn't be. That would be the end of the date. It wouldn't have led to marriage. And if he changed after I got married to him, it would be a divorce. It would
I'll tell you
quickly.
something.
Hmm.
I don't want to say that. I had a man one time. Y'all don't know. I work on the railroad. I operate trains. I'm a locomotive engineer. I guess y'all what I was saying. What I do, I haul freight cars. I haul your refrigerator cars, your wood cars will be your houses. But make a story just to give you insight what I do for a living. I had a man that worked with me probably about 3 years ago. He was a controlling man. And he tried to control me on the job. And I asked, I said, man, you trying to control me or something? And he said to me, he said, I guess I am, Ted. I like to be in control. And I said, hold on now. I ain't your wife. You can't control me, buddy. We ain't gonna do all that now. Now I can work with you now. But that thing go that control thing. But I say all that. It wasn't just his wife. He brought it to me.
Yeah.
But I had to buck him. I ain't the wife, so he had to back off me. But he wasn't gonna control me. We're gonna work together.
Yeah.
You ain't gonna tell me what to do. You're gonna ask me. You're gonna say this is what we need to do, and I'm gonna agree with you. And that's what
I'll
we're
make
gonna
a
do.
suggestion. Yeah.
Yeah, but you ain't gonna tell me this is what we're gonna do. And no, you ain't no, we ain't doing that, cool.
Hmm.
So I've been around people like that. So I know women, and I have women gonna been around me like trying to butt me when we do certain things. And sometimes, most time I did it to keep confusion down.
Yeah.
But I look back on it now, I shouldn't have did that because I caused problem.
Yeah, you did.
And I would have stood up and said, no, I ain't doing that. You ain't my damn mama. Hey, many girls might be together now. But I'm glad I did come with my wife. One way I want to be, you never know. But you ain't been to butt me.
Yeah.
But I let people did it. And I know right now, I'll tell you, I did a couple times out of my life at the worst that I ever did. And I know they weren't controlling me. You cannot control me. I had people in my jaw trying to control me. Cause I let him think that he run me, he get on me. Yes, sir. No, sir. Cause he think he got the pull. As long as he feel that way, he good. I got tick scared. He do what I tell him to do. Whole time I'm saying, man, I got a fat ass crib, nice car. You ain't been mess my money up. Go ahead. You think you run shit? You go ahead, but you don't run that here.
Yeah.
You don't run me. So I look at a marriage like that. I don't want to run my wife. Cause I feel like if I run you and the right man come along, hell, he'll take my spot. He'll run you harder than I can run you.
Hmm.
I want to lead you, baby. I want to lead you down the mountain. I want to lead you around the corner, lead you to the restaurant. I want to be the man when I say, look at baby, we going to Africa. You trust me, you follow me. I want to be your leader. That's what I want to be, baby. Your leader as all a man, but to run you, I don't want to run you.
I think when the word run control,
The
manipulate,
the one.
take advantage of, you know, you know what I said type demeanor. It leave too much room for error. And what I'm saying by that is we know where what comes with that. When a person is beat down, busted up, at the end of the day, Demetrius, they looking for a savior. And when that savior come, all the stuff you have done, you by yourself now. And now this person gone on with somebody, and we know it. We didn't seen it. You can physically harm them. You can do all these things to break them down. And when they do find somebody, which they really would, example P Diddy and Cassie with the trainer, she ain't need but one somebody to stand in her corner to let her know that she's still beautiful, even though P Diddy had her doing all those awful things.
Heinous.
Yeah, things with all those men. I'm sure she felt unworthy. I'm sure she, was thinking to herself, what who gonna want me? I done slept with all these people. I done did all these things. I done went along with the propaganda. Now, who am I? But that physical trainer came in and said, I'll take you. Damage good. God already sent him on the assignment. I'll take you.
Hold on. You got to back a little bit. I ain't even know that's like you being the trainer got her.
Yeah, that's who she with.
Oh, I don't know all that mess. I don't be getting. I ain't got
It's
into it. I
not
got to
mess.
dig
I'm
it.
just saying that's what
I
it
don't
is.
know. I ain't
You
dug
know what I
into
mean?
it yet.
Hold on. I don't think he just got her. Let me Google that. I think he
No,
married her.
leave that alone. Stick on Michelle because she got our time. We get that another day.
No, no,
Take care of Michelle.
no. I'm
Take
just saying
Michelle.
it fills in the gaps with the story, Demetrius. When somebody, Michelle might be feeling like we talking to her, but she need to know what her way out. That's what her question is.
Well, she
What
don't
can
want to
she
get
do?
out.
She said she do.
What she need to do
She
talk to
said,
that man. I'll be here listen to her. She tell him how she feel. He'll listen.
but okay, but what if he don't?
Hey, get the hell out of there. That's what
Well,
I
okay
tell her
then.
that.
Well, all right then. So that's what I'm saying. Quit telling people something, and I'm saying to you, don't you tell anybody anything without giving them the solution to both sides. If she wrote in and this is what she's saying that she need, then Demetrius, you have to look at the perspective. Oh, well, he's gonna no. When you don't realize you wrong, Demetrius, you create a defense. He
I
gonna
mean,
listen to the podcast and guess what he gonna say? I don't want to listen to two people I don't even know. Why would I want to? If I came to you right now and say, Demetrius, I want you to listen to this. You may or may not. But if I'm going against your ego, Demetrius, your guard already up. You don't
well, I
want to.
tell
You're
you
not
right
gonna
now.
want to hear what I'm saying. Somebody else saying, and that's what she might be fit. I mean, that's what she might be going through.
Well, you better, hey, John Doe, you better listen to me, man. I've been through a lot of mess. Calm down. You're going to lose your wife for some trying to be a daddy. I saw men do that. It don't work out right. The girl been raised one time. She had a daddy and a mama. The best thing you can do is be a leader for her. Be her friend. Don't try to be her daddy. She got a daddy. My wife got a daddy. I got a daddy and mama. That's what I say. Quit trying to be somebody's parent and be parent to your kid. That's what I feel about it. What you think about it?
Yeah. So going back when I said about Cassie, I want to just touch that in. They are married. His name is Alex. They got married in 2019. So I just want to, put that in there. I'm just only saying that Michelle, where you are right now, you still have to be able to get your self work and your self acceptance back. Because depending on if this warden have came in your life and if the relationship can be repaired by all means, like Demetrius said, repair your marriage by all means. But if it's not where it can, that he wants to seek help, and if he don't want to get, you need to make your mind up on, are you willing to live the rest of your life like that? I'm never gonna tell anybody to leave their husband. That is not what I'm saying at all. But I'm saying, how are you gonna navigate? How are you gonna navigate that if
Talk
he
to her.
don't how if this don't work? What is your other options? But being a clear mind where you knowing who you are and what your worth is, that you can teach him how to treat you. You can be able to make, talk to his mom if his mom still living, if y'all have a relationship. Talk to some of his friends, to kind of get him back where you need to be. Because if he love you, and I'm saying it because even for me, when a person really love you and they trying to push you in the right direction, they're going to make some changes because they don't want to lose you. They don't want to start over because Demetrius and I, we older now. I don't want to go back out there and start over. So Demetrius, like I told you, we're going to have to make this work and till the wheels fall off. We're gonna have to stick this thing out because I don't have time unless it's something that detrimental that happened to us. We got to go through it. We got to get through it. We got to come over the humps and keep it moving because in the betterment of what you want, being able to add some spiritual guidance in there, go to some counseling. I'm not telling anybody to leave their relationship. Your marriage. I'm just saying other ways and solutions that if this podcast, him listen to the podcast, don't help him acknowledge his behavior, then what are your something else? Go into counseling. Do y'all have somebody that he's trust? Somebody in there that he do care about how he looks at them. Like Demetrius, he had some people, a man that used to be on his job. He really cared about that person, how they reflected on him. It was another man that was at the school, a principal. Demetrius cared about how that man seen and reflected, looked at him. So talk to somebody who can kind of get you all in the right direction and on the right pathway.
Right, a bunch. I ain't got much to say with that, Michelle.
Okay.
I'm gonna leave my closing thoughts on this case. I wish you luck. I hope I helped you out what I was saying. I hope I didn't get you in no trouble. John Doe, we just trying to help your marriage. That's all we're trying to do because we didn't get so much information. But I know lead your wife and your kid. Don't try to run them. Don't try to control them. It's two of them things. Lead them by example. A leader lead by example. Whatever you tell them to do, make sure you do the same thing. I'm gonna leave you with that, John Doe. And you want to write back in and say your side of the story, and give the number again. With the number again?
833-370-1608.
Hey, yeah, and let them know you Michelle husband from Kansas. Hey, you write what you want to write in. Hey, we'll come back to this thing and we'll do your side, man.
Yeah.
Cause she might two sides to a story.
Yeah.
But John, I'm gonna pray for you, man. You and your family. I'm gonna leave it alone. Let my wife close this out.
All right. As we closing on this episode, and again, we hoping you find some value in it. And again, it's our own opinion of it. But being able to rekindle, because you can hit a bad patch in the road and something might have happened, that kind of got y'all off course. But if y'all still live with each other, then guess what? Tap back into that reservoir to get that love back where it need to be. Tap back into getting, whether it's date night, whether it's spending some alone time, whether it's just pillow talking, whether it's just back rules. Ease y'all way back into those sweet nothings, and then being able to appreciate why you got married in the first place. Demetrius, what was your post that you posted that got a lot of shares? What was that post? Can you read it?
Oh, hold on a minute. Talk the one I put on Facebook.
Yes.
Hold on a minute.
So while Demetrius is looking for that post, I just wanted him to read that to you because evidently it resonated with a lot of more people, and because it did, I felt like that is something that the people
I
want.
got it right here.
Yes, sir.
This post is a successful marriage requires falling in love many times, always with the same person.
Okay. So did you hear that? Falling in love constantly with the same person.
I read it again. A successful marriage
Mm-hmm.
requires falling in love many times,
Mm-hmm.
always with the same person.
Mm-hmm.
So I hope that get to somebody. And I want to see, like I say, me and my wife want to see y'all be successful in your relationship. And you're going to argue. You're going to have bad time. Everything going to be perfect.
Yes.
So somebody telling you they got the perfect relationship, they're lying to you. You got to argue. You got to have confusion. But you can fix it. A mistake and a mistake unless you refuse to correct it. So you keep that in mind. Your marriage is going to be perfect. And whoever got a perfect marriage, they're telling you a lie.
Mm-hmm.
Don't follow that mess up.
That's
My
right.
mom and dad, my dad 80 years old. My mom was 76. They're arguing like they're 22. So they told me something. They ain't never going nowhere. They all be arguing. They ain't trying to hurt each other, but they have disagreement.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna have disagreement in my relationship. So why make me and my wife supposed to be perfect? How you gotta look at that thing? But Michelle, thank you for calling in, reaching an email. I said I'm gonna let Angela close this thing out. I'll get to talking about the subject. I can't get off. I'm gonna be quiet and Angela shut it down. Take care, honey. Take care, Michelle.
Yeah. Well, Michelle, I hope that everything that we said, you kind of ponder and took some notes, from it for the children, being able to get your children back where they need to be, mentally as well. Because when somebody is verbally abusive, and which it seems like that's what it is, you didn't say they was physically getting attacked, but verbally abusive is just as bad because some people you can't talk that to. Everybody have to be, you have to be molded on how you have to be talk to. So being able to talk to your kids and pouring into them and let them know they are loved, they are valued, and they are appreciated. And being able to get through these hard times and difficult times, and having to redo what the damage that the father have done mentally, helping them overcome that. And I promise you, they can overcome. And for you, again, being able to get your happy journal, reading your Bible, spending time going to, and I'm sure you probably can't even go to prayer groups or anything, and you can't get on the telephone, or you can't get on. I don't know if they monitoring your Facebook page or not, but being able to being transparent, like in some groups or whatever, you know, really taking in, not giving out, but being able to take in, because sometimes you can read things just like Demetrius just read that post. Sometimes you just need something, whether somebody talking to you through a podcast, or you're listening through to it, or you're reading it. God has a way to get the message to you. So, just be pray in prayer, and we will be in prayer with you as well on how to be able to tap back into getting that love back like what it was. Because if it was once there, then we just need to get it back. So again, just tap into some things to plug your marriage in, and offer counseling. Attending some counselings. And Demetrius and I did attend a marriage walk one year, and it was very beneficial. As well, being around other couples, looking at them, pleading their cases and loving, fighting for their marriage. So again, the devil do be on a warpath, going against marriages. So again, you have to be connected with people that's prayer warriors to help you fight and stand when you want to walk out, or when you're not strong enough, being able to stand. So this here is the Lee Life Experience Podcast. Again, thank you all for joining in. And don't forget, if you want to get your topics heard, or you want to be a guest, we have an amazing platform here that if you want to do it anonymous, we accept those as well. No questions asked. Demetrius have a new segment called Come and Clean that you use the same number, but you using different words. So if you want to be on Come and Clean, then you're going to text 833-370-1608 and put clean in the comment. But if you want to be a guest, or you want to just stay connected, then don't forget to text 833-370-1608 and put relationships without an S in the comment. This have been the Lee Life Experience Podcast. Thanks.
Hi, everyone. I hope you have enjoyed this episode so far. You are here with the Lee Life Experiences. And remember, if you want to get your topics discussed, or get our opinion or our perspective, join us. Text us at 833-370-1608 and put relationships in the comment.